Welcome back to the tutorial for the hardest mode in God of War 2018. And yeah, these battles are going to be pretty simple. But I'm just continuing commentary, to complete the series. But there's not really going to be much to say in these missions. Yeah, this was the one where this fight can be tough, but as you saw in the beginning, I used my Frost Giant Frenzy immediately, and I was able to push several of the enemies off the cliff immediately, ending most of the fight immediately. But it was actually, it can be a hard fight if you let everybody survive, but if you, aggressively knock the enemies off the cliff, you can end it. But this is just another optional fight. I think there's a few optional fights in this video, but yeah, this is another optional, but it does go into some of the main story. I think this is part of the main story. Not this guy, but there's a fight here I think that you have to do. Because you have to open the gate to allow the boat to go through, so I think you have to fight these enemies. There's a troll that appears, but it's a pretty easy fight. It's nothing challenging. I was having a lot of trouble with the Magni and Modi, the two bosses, coming up in a few videos. I did get to the final phase, but it's been taking me a while. I've been having a lot of trouble with the final phase because you have to take them both down pretty much at the same time, or the other one gets up and transfers life to the other guy or something. It's a pain in the ass. There's probably a better way to do it, but I did come close a few times. I should beat it eventually. I haven't gotten back to this game in a little while. I took a break after Magni and Modi. I said, maybe I'm going to play a few other games for a little while, take a little break. I was getting kind of annoyed. I did a little Ninja Gaiden Black today for 2 hours and 15 minutes to beat an old mission that I beat in the past without healing. So I posted that up today. And yeah, of course, whenever these guys appear, you pretty much want to focus on taking them down first, because then you can ride them and use them to damage all the other enemies. That's pretty much, that's what I always do whenever they appear, for the most part. But this is an easy fight. That's why I'm not really saying anything about it. But yeah, I've been playing a few other games. I've been playing some PSP emulation, Castlevania, and Burnout Legends was a lot of fun. Reminds me of a PS2 quality Burnout game. Very well made for the PSP. That was cool to fuck around with. And, yeah, I've just been mixing it up. I just wanted a little variety. I like to switch it up. So sometimes, even if I'm working on a real hard game, I may take, a few weeks off or a few days off. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, basically, I like to switch it up. I usually, I eventually finish these kind of modes. It's rare I don't finish one of these hard type of modes when I take them on. But I will take a lot of breaks sometimes. Now this is part of the main story again, but this is easy. These fights are more fun than anything at this point. These fights aren't hard at all. But the arrows really stun the enemies at this point. Upgrading the arrows is very useful. And this is a pretty good attack for certain enemies. This, I forgot what it's called, but one of the videos I get it. I forgot where I got it, but it's pretty good. It's not that great for a lot of shit though. Maybe it needs more upgrades or something like that. It doesn't work great on all types of enemies. And there's going to be either an apple or a rage horn in this area, and I think I show how to get that as well, very briefly. Or maybe I didn't end up getting it. I may have not. I don't know if I ended up getting it. I can't even remember if there was a rage item in here. There were some runic symbols, but I don't remember if they led to a chest. I beat these areas days ago, and I haven't put up the. This is me now. I'm just now adding the commentary, so I don't remember exactly. I've had it sitting on my computer for days. Yeah, this is this is a pretty typical type of fight at this point. See how much damage those boulders do. Definitely worth the upgrade. Yes, I think that's. Oh yeah, there's a and now and another enemy appeared. This fight may cut out in the middle of the fight. I think it may have gone into another video because the console likes to cut out every hour and make a new video file for some reason. So this may be continued in the next video. But there was. I mean, it's kind of a long fight, but it's really not hard or anything. Because eventually you can ride, those beasts and use it to destroy all the other enemies. So that's what I ended up doing. But yeah, there is a lot of enemy. But I mean, by this point you're pretty strong. And I use those boulders to weaken that guy, and then it'll continue in the next video, so stay tuned.